and welcome. Tonight, we have a quick departure from our fictional scary stories, as I have for you a true scary story. This happened to a friend of mine, and she gave me permission to share it with you all. If you like her story, hit that like to let her know, and let me know in the comments if you prefer true or fictional scary stories. As always, it helps a ton if you subscribe. Let's get into it. On a winter weekend in Minnesota, as snow drifted down outside, I laid spread out on the dark blue overstuffed couch in our basement, a blanket crumpled up on my legs, while strep throat inflamed my body. Everything ached. I couldn't swallow, and my head felt hot enough to boil soup on. Throughout the evening, I stayed, unmoving, on the couch, half watching TV and half dozing, home alone, as my parents had gone out to a play in another state. The best part of my situation, in a see the silver linings kind of way, was that I felt so sick that the illness had forced me to stop smoking for a few days. However, when my parents got back from their evening out at around midnight, their nighttime rituals of opening and shutting doors and walking around upstairs woke me up. By this time, my headache had dissolved, and even my throat felt better, which brought with it the intense desire for a cigarette. Yes, a cigarette would make everything better, I thought. So I grabbed my pack of cigarettes and a lighter. Then I climbed out of the basement window to light up. As I stood there, shivering, my parents' bedroom light turned on, and I hustled a few blocks out of the way so my parents couldn't see me smoking. I was 18 at the time, so it wasn't like it was illegal or anything, but I didn't want them to know. I continued on down the street, freezing, but enjoying the cigarette, when all of a sudden I heard this guy call out in a high-pitched voice, "Hey girl! Hey girl!" And I think, "Aw, this poor guy lost his dog. And he's out in the freezing weather looking for him. What a sweetheart." As a courtesy, I checked around the neighborhood as I marched, but I didn't see any dogs. As I kept hearing this guy calling his dog, it slowly dawned on me that the car was following me. It kept pace with me as I walked. I glanced over at the car, and inside was this guy I didn't recognize just staring at me. I realized that he had been calling for me, and not his dog, while at the same time, someone behind me placed a hard object against the base of my neck and yelled, "Get on the ground!" I fell to the ground so fast it was like the ground had moved up to meet me. "Give me all your money!" he screamed. "I only have cigarettes!" He pressed the object harder into the back of my skull. It was heavy, and I was shaking. And he repeated, "Give me all your money!" Again, I whined that I only had cigarettes, and something in my tone, or I don't know what, must have convinced them that I wasn't lying. The next thing I knew, the car was driving away. I sprinted the short way back to my house. It was only once inside that it sunk in that I had been held up at gunpoint. Thank you all for listening. Once again, if you want to vote for true scary stories or fiction, let me know in the comments. Regardless, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.